Alright, I'm going to start in just a second. I'm just going to have to open this video on YouTube. There it is. Alright, let me make sure I can hear myself talk. Okay, I can hear myself. Zoom in a bit. Alright, volume's a little low, but this is such a funny looking bird. I love it. It's got such an interesting face. One thing I've been trying to learn how to do is not be so controlled by the reference. I'm going to take my headphones off because that's not working. Because then I can hear my own self echoing. All right. These beautiful big blue feet. So pretty. What's up, dude? How you doing? All right, let me get this a little closer to the... There we go. I used to like a show, in my younger days, I used to like a show called Hey Dude on Nickelodeon. It's kind of showing my age because it's a really old show now, but that was my jam. I'm doing pretty good. It's been a busy week actually. It's like that's one thing about doing a lot of like artwork is it also can be like mentally fatiguing. That's for sure. So I've had like so many projects that I'm trying to like get done and work out. Chris H. Knacklighter. What's up? How's it going? Rohan. Appreciate you guys coming and checking out the video. It's really cool. I'm trying to do more of these guys. I'm gonna try not to have this one go too long because I actually do have some artwork that I have to finish. Yeah, it's been a really busy week. I've been doing a lot of artwork, and that's good. I'm very I'm happy about that. But I'm also squeezing in like making videos. I've been trying to squeeze all that in as well because I'm trying to keep, I got to keep my YouTube satiated, even though I'm, you know, doing work, but I still have to maintain my YouTube because this is fun for me. Oops. You can get like burned out from just like doing all, work related stuff, I feel like. Oh man, his face is jacked up. That's one thing that I find tough about birds is like their beaks when you have to do the foreshortening. It's always a challenge for me. Let's see what else I can come up with. And his face is such a interesting shape. It's hard to like. It's hard to figure out how to, make it into kind of like anthropomorphic. I don't speak Spanish. Morango. I don't speak Spanish, unfortunately, but I like your energy. I don't know what you're saying, but it looks like it's very positive, and I appreciate it. Thanks for coming in to check out some artwork. If anyone wants to translate, they can go ahead and translate. Okay, let's see. I gotta figure out how to do this mouth. This is the challenge. Let me make all this smaller, I think. See if that helps. I know it looks silly now, but maybe if I do some line work over it, it'll look better. Because right now it looks bad. I also didn't warm up at all. I should have done like, I hate saying warm ups, but I should have like warmed up a bit. That's okay. So I'm gonna try this one more time. I do push-ups. I don't know how you knew that I do push-ups, but I do. Maybe I have like push-up hands. I don't know. Now, let me put some lines in here. Let me try to do this the right way. So how do you know I do push-ups? I'm intrigued. Well, I guess maybe you could have, maybe you watched my workout video. I think I posted that on here. Working out in the backyard. Okay, so if I was going to do regular eyes, okay, we have a little something here. A little something that's not terrible. Let me make this mouse a little smaller. Alright, I think we can work with that. Let me make this a little bigger here. Oh, that was your brother. So your brother knew I do push-ups. Interesting. Interesting. Let me stretch this head out a little bit. Oh yeah, let me give his such an interesting shaped bird. It's like it goes against everything that I'm used to drawing, which makes it a bit difficult. Alright, okay, so let's see if I can turn this into something, because I don't want to be drawing forever. So let's see if I can make this look halfway decent. I think I have enough to work with. Okay, so let me lower the opacity of this and make another layer above. Let's see what I can pull out of this guy. I'm definitely gonna have to flip the canvas because I can tell already that it's not even, but I don't need to do that right now, I don't think. Actually, I might not need that line. Oops. Maybe I should make the mouth. I'm trying to think how to make it so the mouth is. Oh no, does it still look like Kermit? Oh, I guess it kind of does look like Kermit. That's true. the shape of his head is kind of important. It's kind of comes out a little bit here. And actually what I didn't get right is his eyes are actually a little bit more they come out a little bit more here. And I feel like that's kind of important because of the way that his head is shaped. So I can probably make his mouth a bit cuter, but I won't do that now. All right, let me just flop this and fix his face. Yeah, let me work this out. I usually just flip it and then I use the liquefy to sort of I really need to figure out a method to make my proportions better without having to flip them. I think that'd be really useful. But I don't know how to fight, like looking, you know, obviously using my right hand and, you know, looking at it from on an angle, because I'm never looking like straight down on the artwork. Okay, that's not bad. Let me flip it back. I did mess up the eyes though. Okay, let me do a line. Oh yeah, these eyes are looking much better than the other ones. I kind of want to make his mouth a bit cuter, too. Yeah. I know I think his beak extends all the way to the side, but make him a bit cuter here. probably make this smaller too, actually. Turn this up a little bit so at least he has like a little bit of an area where his cheek would be. Oh no, my video feed froze. Oh, that's not good. You know what happens? It always does that when... Are we back? You know, this phone is so annoying. That always happens when my phone goes into low battery mode. But I hate that it doesn't make a... I hate that it doesn't make a sound. Like I wish there was like a... I wish it would just notify me when it stops recording. That'd be easier. Okay, so this part sort of doesn't seem like much, but I feel like he has all right. It's not bad. All right, let's see if we can continue to bring this guy to life. Oh yeah, I'm glad I looked up. I gotta start looking up more. I'm still new to this like streaming game, so sometimes I'm just clueless. And also I have to figure out a better camera setup so I can have like a better microphone and things like that. But right now I'm just using a phone, but I don't know. I mean, there must be a better way to record live stream drawing. Maybe I can just use like a more recent phone. Okay, I don't need to be doing all that detail right yet. All right, let me just match this. Just want to make it somewhat even. That's even enough. Okay. All right. I feel like I'm showing too much of his tongue. Kind of, it looks like his tongue is too big. So let me. That looks weird too. I really want to give him teeth, even though I know birds don't have teeth, but unless they're dinosaur birds. give him a nice straight tongue like that. I'll make this a little bit darker so it doesn't get lost, like, so you can see the definition between this and his mouth and inside his mouth. Make those lines nice and thick. Alright, let me do the eyes underneath because I'm terrible at making eyes. So it's a little too thick. Actually, what do his eyes look like? He has really nice eyes. They actually quite look like that, so I think I'm good there. Just duplicate that. Oh, that looks weird duplicated. Alright, how's the position of his eyes? Do they look weird? Doesn't look too bad. They're a little thick. Oops. They might be a little too thick, so let me do some more eyes and just see which ones look better. Which is what I always do. I always kind of try out a few different eyes. Try this. Give myself a little template. Okay, not bad. I don't think there's anything that I'm really disliking too much on there. Let's see if I can, excuse me. I don't even think he needs that. Usually I do a little separation there, but I don't even think he needs it too much. And this is usually where I kind of put the shadow. Well, I guess maybe it could be useful for his eyebrow type. Kind of help give him that, like, you know, eyebrows up expression. As you can see, I like to, there's a certain look that you can really, for me, I can only get if I do like longer strokes. It just looks better. But then you do have to, you do have to kind of commit to, you know, what you put down. I mean, obviously you can go and change it, but I like his little feet. I kind of want to keep it smooth. There we go. That's nicer. I want to keep all these angles are nice and round. I can probably make this one a little bit smaller so I can match the other side. Because it actually doesn't go down to his foot. It's actually, oh no. What did I do? I don't know what I did there. I must have been on the wrong layer or something. Story of my life. Always on the wrong layer. Yeah, that's not bad. Still a little bit, not the right shape. Because this seems to just go out and come back. And this is a little bit, the shape is a little bit wonky too. Might have to just redraw it. Because it's sometimes with the liquify, it kind of distorts everything, and I really want, sorry to turn it around like that on you, but really want, there we go. Really want the body to be consistent. Excuse me. That's a little better. Try to match with the other side. So I'll make it a little bigger. All right, let's see what we got. The head looks too round. All right. So let's see what it looks like if his head isn't that round. How's that? What do you think? Is that better? Is his head not round? Not super round anymore? All right, we'll stick with it. So, yeah, I guess his head did stick out a little bit. I don't know. I kind of like. I'll tell you what. I'll bring it in a little bit. I'll bring it in. I'll do it like halfway. I kind of like it when it sticks out a little bit. So we'll just do it midway. Let me bring this in a little bit. Okay. All right, I know this is boring, so let me add some color. Because I think this looks good. I'm happy with the way this guy looks. I shouldn't have colored in his eyes. But that's all right. Oh, I love the white. I love how the white reflects on his little body down there. That's so pretty. All right, so let me try to speed this up a little bit. I'll just do a base color. And that way it's just easy for me to block color everything else once I have the base. Obviously he's not going to be green. Although he'd still be pretty if he had bright green feet, or any color feet really. I really like the blue. Nature just makes such pretty creatures. This doesn't have to be too perfect. So do you guys have iPads? What year iPads do you guys have? Because this is a Pro, but it's like the dinosaur. This is 2000. I think I got this at the tail end of 2015. But I haven't really looked at any of the newer iPads. What year iPad do you have? Because I think mine is like 2015, early 2016. So that's, I mean, I've had it for literally 5 years now. I don't know what I'm gonna get. I mean, I guess I'll just get the newest one. I mean, I might as well if I'm getting a new one, but I don't know. I mean, this one is, I mean, I would get it new, even if it wasn't, I don't mean used. Like, it doesn't have to be like new. I don't know what I'm talking about. I think it's time for me to get a new iPad. Because sometimes this thing really gets annoying and drags. Try to get some sleep, Dolphin. I know the feeling. I was tired earlier, but I was like, let me go ahead and do a live stream. He's like a nice bright white. Okay, so do another layer underneath, and even though that's if it's dark or black, I never use as like the same dark color. Like if I'm drawing something that's completely black, it's gonna be gray. I don't ever do anything in complete black, because then it's hard to really work with. You can't see your lines and all that other good stuff. Have a good night, Dolphin. I think it's funny I refer to people as their usernames. My username is OG AOL screen name username from back in the day. Back in the days of dial-up modem. Okay, did I do enough? There we go. There we go. See, I can probably even make that a bit. Make it a bit lighter and definitely a bit bluer. I can probably even make it lighter than that, to be honest with you. But that's okay for now. Let's see. His wings are a little darker. Color these guys in. Might make them lighter too, actually. And they have they have some light spots on them, which is interesting. And now for these beautiful blue feet. I guess that would be like color sampling if I just like take the color from the photo. I don't usually do that though. I feel like that's the blue. I think that blue feels good. Oh no, I didn't finish coloring in some of his white down here. Let me go back to this layer. There we go. Select. Back to the blue. Alright, that's looking good. So I think that's a good match. I think I'm happy with that match. Alright, so if I want to color in his eyeballs, this is definitely too light of a gray. I'll change that later. Right now, let's give him some, let's get those beautiful green eyes. I should probably just, what's the right way to go about doing this? Let me clean this up. Oops. Yeah, oh well. I'm gonna clean this up a little bit. I'll just give him new eyes. Those eyes did look good though. I have to admit, those eyes look good. But we're gonna make them look even better. Let me clean up this eye socket. All right, let's give him some nice, beautiful eyes. So his eyes are like a lemon lime. They're like a lemon lime green. So the yellowish green with like yellow on the outer rim. All right, so let's have some fun with these guys. We'll start out with like a green, light green. And I'll just make a big old circle. That would be too big for his eye. I'll do it super big, just so everybody can see it. Since I have 5 people watching, we're gonna go all out and make it really big. So the first thing I want to do is fairly small pupils. So I'm gonna duplicate it, make this black, select this, fairly small pupil. It might be right on the money. Alright. Job is pretty much almost done. But let me alpha lock this. Let me alpha lock that. Let me take that same green color and just use a darker green. By the way, if you can check the you can check underneath if you guys like my brushes, or if you're curious about what brushes I'm using. I use my faves list, and it's in all my videos. They're pretty much just like stock brushes that I just tweak. There we go. So let me go one of these. It looks silly, right? I know it looks silly. I live in Brooklyn, New York. Where do you live? Where are you at? New York City. New York City. I've been living here for a while now. I'm originally from Jersey, though. Okay, so that's done. So I'm going to select... no, I don't even have to. I'm going to make a new layer above that. See, I gotta get back in my flow state. And you know, I'm gonna try color dodge, and then I'm gonna try light pen. I just want to see how this looks with the color dodge. The color dodge doesn't look how I wanted it to look. Let's see how it looks on the ad. Ad, it might be a little too much with ad. Lighten is not bad. Kind of like lighten, and it kind of has like a blue glow to it. Let me use the brush. Let me use the airbrush. I'm going to select this so I don't go outside of the sphere. Ooh, yeah, that's pretty. So like essentially what all I'm doing is, so this is a shadow here, which means the light would be hitting somewhere over here, but it shines through. So this part of the eye, it would be all cast in shadow, and the light would go through the the eyeball and come out right here. So there's a few ways I do this though. So there's this, which I don't usually do too often. Usually what I do is I just make I can only have 55 layers. Let me delete some layers here. I can delete that. Let me delete these. But what I usually do is I make a new layer and I do add, and then I take Sketchmaster 2. Let me just go white. I usually do it this way. I just kind of do like a, just like a radiant kind of thing like that, which is not bad. Let me erase some of them down a little bit. Got a little bit overzealous. India. Oh, I'm glad. These brushes like really come in handy to kind of just use the same brushes. I don't know if I really even like this. That's okay. I'm getting too. It happens a lot. I just get like caught up in like these little details of whatever I'm doing. So So he has yellow. He has a yellow glow. So I'm just gonna take the airbrush, and we're gonna go. Maybe not this. Oh, that layer could work actually. I'm just gonna give a little bit of a yellow hue to the outside. And give him a nice lemon lime. And I just want to give him a little bit of the light kick. So I'm going to choose add, and I'm just going to, just a little bit of that light kicking through. That might be a little too much. Let me see if I can just lower the opacity. Yeah. Okay, that's not bad. It's good enough. Good enough for this application. So let me just bring those together, and yeah, I'll just merge this too. What time is it in India? Where in India are you from? How does it look? I don't know why it got so like, it got so pixelated. And I shrunk it like that. It's weird. Oh, 10 a.m. It is 12:30 in the morning here, or really at night, because I don't consider it morning until I go to sleep and then wake up. Then it's morning. Let me give these eyes a little love. So I take this white area and get this kind of brownish, darkish color. And make sure they're alpha locked. Yeah, they're alpha locked. And then I kind of just do the thing that you would do if you were just making a sphere. Just kind of shade the bottom. Do this on this side while I'm here. Kind of just shade the bottom part of the sphere. Shade the top a little bit. I feel like he needs a darker rim around his eye, though. Let's see, what's a good way to do that? Okay, an easy way might be to, you know what? I'm not going to do the easy way. What I'm going to do, first of all, I got to get rid of this like pixelation. I feel like it looks terrible. So I'm just going to give it a good old smudge. Loosen those pixels up. I only wanted to draw for like 15 minutes. It's like a problem. I need to like set a timer and only spend 15 minutes on the drawing because I just OD. Alright, that's not bad. Let me just take this dark green. Actually, let me take a little bit of darker. And I'll take Sketchmaster 2. Let me make sure this is alpha locked. Yeah, it's alpha locked. I don't know, I just feel like eyes, they just look better when they have just a little bit of darkness around the rims. Even though I added that yellow, I'm still going to make the... Oops, that's a little much. Brush is big. That's not bad. Alright, now I'm just gonna do some smudging because again this let me un-alpha lock it. I don't tend to like when it looks pixelated like that. And even when you're doing eyes, I feel like it doesn't really need to be that sharp. I feel like the blur actually makes it look a little bit more realistic. Alright, cool. Alright, not bad, not bad. What is this? Oh, I know what that is. I don't know why I did that. That's okay. I can fix it with my smudge. Alright, so give him his other eye there. Let me fix this up with my trusty smudge. I fix everything with smudge. Smudge is the best. Smudge gets me out of a lot of pinches. Alright, let me just take a little bit of a darker green, and I'm just going to, yeah, let me just do some old-fashioned drawing on this eyeball. Just wanted a bit of a darker rim. So sometimes it takes longer to kind of just do tricks than it is to just draw it in. Just take the time and draw it. Okay. We're looking good so far. No, I don't know if I should make the eyes smaller. Let's try it. Do they look better if the eyes are smaller like that? Whoops. What do we think? Smaller or bigger? Oh, I think, oh, I don't know, actually. It's hard to tell. Let's see what it looked like before. So these are the bigger eyes. These are the smaller eyes. Bigger's cuter. Okay, so we have one for bigger. Okay, so I'll just leave them. And we'll move on. We will move on. Okay, so let me merge these back down. Okay, so let's take care of this little shadow above the eye. So we'll go with my graffiti brush at 30%, which is what I always do. And we just make that nice shadow to kind of give their eyes some depth. And I'm also going to add on that layer, I'm going to add a little bit more. Let me select the whites of his eyes so I don't go outside so I don't color anything I'm not supposed to. I'm just going to darken up the top bit. And what that'll do is that'll help when I do the highlights. That'll kind of just help the highlights pop a little bit. Is that too dark? No, I think that's okay. I just have to be careful not to make them too dark. Yeah, I'll just leave it. So I'll just do it on this layer as well. So I'll take the white and 30% as well. See how that looks. Looks pretty good. I used to make them just in the eyeball, but whatever, that looks fine. Okay, so now let's put give him a little bit of a glare. And there's a million and one glares that you can do. It's like, sometimes it's hard for me to like figure out what kind I want. Do I want like a dash like that? Or do I want to do, I have a brush that seems to work well if I want their eye to have a little bit of texture. And I just use this. I don't know. I always get caught up in all these details. Or you can do like you can also get really creative with the whoops. Wait, what? You can get real creative with the lights, reflections in the eyes. That looks nice. And just for fun, I'm gonna add some. We'll add some fun lines through the bottom glare too. And it doesn't really matter what you do as long as you're kind of random with it. And it looks funny up close, but then when you go out, it just looks like a reflection of something. So it kind of makes the eyes pop. Do it. Yeah, I guess I do talk about all the same stuff. I love it. It's like one of my favorite parts, though. I really, really love. It just like it really gives it like life. It's that one thing like that. It just keeps it from being flat. I think that's what it is. But I love it. I love drawing eyes and all the reflections. Yeah, I like that. Calling me out for always talking about the same stuff. It's true. It is the truth. Guilty as charged. But I get so fired up. What color is this? Is this the right color? Yeah, I guess it is. It looks kind of dark. I always use the same colors for mouths and tongues, stuff like that. Just makes it a little easier. Let me go a little bit darker for this bit. Okay, so let me actually this is a decent color. I can add the alpha lock this. I want something a little darker. And I'll use my sketch master. I'll just kind of color in the darker areas. Ooh, that works. Just use like a little bit of a lighting to kind of show that the bottom of the beak comes to a point. Never done that before, but I think it works. Seems like it works. What layer am I on? I don't know why that looks so bad. I'm just going to use the cleaner. I'm just going to use graffiti brush instead. And let me lower the opacity. It just looked too messy. And granted, this sketch is messy, but the rest of it isn't really messy, so I don't know, it just didn't really jive. Smudge that out some. this in. Alright, how do I deal with this beak? Alright, let me use Sketchmaster and let me see if I can do some. Why use so much streamline in your brushes? You know, I don't know. I mean, I like smooth lines. I like them to look smooth, but even though I mostly use Sketchmaster. Streamline's at 40%, and this is the one I use most. So it's actually not that much. I think it's the 40% seems to be the perfect balance. Now for inking this brush, I have it at max, because this is when if I wanted to go over this and make this really clean, like a Disney character would be, then I would use this brush. So I have more. But I've also been using Procreate pencil. Let's see how much that is. That's at 40% as well. So when I draw my streamline, I usually stay at 40%. That seems to be like my sweet spot. Let me go back to Sketchmaster. Sketchmaster is 46%. Yeah. So I don't use it. I actually don't use I don't overuse the streamline, because then I can't like flick the ends, and I can't. It kind of takes away a little bit of the versatility. Let's see here. So his beak is like darker in the middle, sort of. I don't know, that's a tough one. Kind of tough to figure out how I want to play that. Let's see. Actually, what I should do is make a layer above. Let me select this and then make a layer above. Okay, so it looks like his beak is darker in the middle, so I'll work with that. And then it seems to trail off at the end. Let's see what that looks like. Kind of works, not too bad. But then right in the middle, it's like a lighter. So let's go to this color and let's bring it up a little bit and see how that looks. If we do a lighter bump there. Might need to just do it clean. So that looks good. I'm going to merge that down, and I'm going to do another layer, and I'm just going to do white. I'm going to see what it looks like if I do it clean. Let's see. Seems like it needs to be lighter. What is this bird's name? I don't know what kind of. I can check. I gotta check afterwards, but I didn't look to see what type of bird it is. Blue-footed booby? Is that it? I think that's it. I don't know why I was thinking that I didn't know what it was called when. Let's see. Maybe I just need to do something like this. don't know. I don't know how to get that. I don't know how to get that nice reflection on the tip of his beak. Maybe it just needs to be thinner. It's not bad. Okay, that's not bad. I think I might. I don't really like the. I don't really like the glares. I think it looks better without them. Maybe the one. I'll keep this one. I can deal with that. Although I kind of just want to make it a little lighter. I don't want it to be so apparent. So let me just take airbrush and just airbrush it a little bit. Yeah, I'll take that. I'm good with that. And for these little, so these wings are a bit brownish, it looks like. So let me just go. Looks like it might be about there. Maybe a little lighter. We'll do a little lighter, and then we'll alpha lock that, and then we'll do a little bit of a darker, and we'll just airbrush it in. And he has all these really beautiful white markings here, so I'll just try to do these quick. I'll just do it. Why is it not working? I really did feathers like this, but this is what they look like on the photo. So then he has a little bit of a white, some whiteness going on here. Okay, so now for these guys, I don't know how to tackle this. Jeez. I'm going to use that same brown because that's nice. It's a nice brown. And let me select his body. I'll do it in a layer above. It kind of does look like that. Yeah, I don't know why I made it so. I shouldn't have made those lines so thick. But with a wave of my wand, I can make them less thick. I don't know, even though I kind of like them. All right, so let me see how I want to tackle these things. They're sort of like, I mean, it is something like that, but I don't want to. And make it so small. I might be able to use stubble around his face, but I don't know. I'll do a little test. Sometimes you just have to like experiment with different things. Let's see how this looks if I do this, and then if okay, this might be a little crazy, but I think I might have a better idea. So I could do it this way. Actually, let me see if I don't know how much battery I have on my, 15%, okay. I could do it this way, then I could fade these out a bit. But I still think that looks crappy. So let me try my other way. So let me clear that. Take a little bit of a lighter brown. I don't know if this is going to work, but we'll see. We will see. All right, so take my eraser, and then I'll take Sketchmaster. Sketchmaster might be good. Let's see which direction I need to go. I guess I could have done the reverse, huh? I wonder if the reverse would be better. What if you made that part brown over the laid white? I think maybe that's the same thing that I didn't see that comment till now, but I feel like that's, if that's what you meant, I think that's what I'm doing. I mean, because I really could just like color it like a light brown and then just like not do all these details, but I mean, that's part of the fun, is like figuring out these little like where's my stubble brush? I don't know if this will. Just give that part some stubble love, and then I'm going to, let's see what happens when I kind of fade this up a little bit. Let me get rid of this pencil underneath. Am I on the right layer? Or was I just... I was not on the right layer. Story of my life. Not too bad. Let me go back to my sketch brush and just sort of give them some specks here. I don't want it to. I just don't want it to look too clean. So if I do the specks, it sort of breaks up that evenness that can kind of happen when you use like the, you know, gradient or like airbrush. I want it to have that randomness, but then also some of them are darker, so I need to also just, ooh, it was way too dark. So I'm just doing some marks so it looks like the darker bits that are underneath. No, I haven't done one of the really detailed ones. They just take too long, to be honest with you. It's like, I like doing them, but I don't know, they just take a really long time, so I have like too many things that I want to draw. Like even this guy, like I have so many different I need a smaller brush. I'll try this brush. There we go. Just want to break up some of this even color. Yeah, it's like, I mean, they can literally take like multiple days of me just working like as hard as I'm working now, and then I can't really get anything else done. So I try not to do too many of those. Actually, what would be a nice color for? So I usually make a backup of the black line work, and then I like to color in the alpha lock. I want to color in the. I don't want to color in all the black though, because you need to have some of it so you can see these like lines and stuff down here. But on wherever it's white, it doesn't really need to have a black outline. For this blue, I'll just make it a darker blue. I mean, black outline is just like a certain look, but lately I don't really do a lot in a black outline, to be honest with you. Like I want the black to hit where I want it to, like here makes sense to me for it to be black. Let me use a darker I want it dark, but it doesn't need to be black. So let me lighten it up a little bit. Maybe it looks better with the black around the face. Oops. Make sure Okay. I don't mind it, but I don't like it all up here. Maybe I need to just erase a little bit of it. This is a little too intense. Maybe I just need a cleaner line is what I'm needing. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, that looks good. I'm just gonna darken a little bit of his face. And oh, I have to add that beautiful glow to his body from his little blue feeties. So I'll add a little bit of darkness here, just to kind of push that back a little bit. Oh, I can actually add a little bit more. that looks pretty good. Oh, I don't want to get over its eye. His eye. But I think that pushes it back nice. Okay, so that's that. And, oh, one more thing is there's something about his eyes that I think there needs to be a darker line around them. So I'm going to do that as well. While we're here, I'm going to do a real dark line. This ain't no time for messing around. Yeah, that looks better. Because his eyes are so light, I just don't want them to blend into the white. So the dark line is just going to separate it out more. Because it's just getting lost. And details and everything are great when you're in close, but you know, most of the time you're not really. Most of the time, well, no one's going to be zoomed in like I am, and like you guys are seeing. It's all going to be out, so you definitely want the eyes to pop. So that looks a lot better. Yeah, I'm liking that. I might actually even double the jelly bean. Let's see. Oh yeah, I'm doubling that jelly bean. I think. Alright, so got that, got his feathers, got his beautiful blue feet. Let me add a little bit of, actually, he has the faintest bit of like brownish tan here. So let me lower the opacity of my airbrush and sort of, I guess we can just alpha lock this and do it right on this layer. Use the faintest amount of tan here. And the rest might be a little bit more just grayer, so I'm gonna really just, oh actually I don't wanna, I did color his feet. No, I have the blue, so that's fine. Okay, I was worried about changing the color of his feet if I do this, but I did the blue on a layer above, so it's not gonna affect it at all. And there's actually some like orange from the ground, but it looks really nice, so I'm going to add it in anyway. And this is what I'm talking about. Like this is a clear orange right here from the ground, and then this is the blue that's. I mean, it could be just his fur and his legs underneath there, but it looks like it's a reflecting from. I don't know why I'm trying to use words like I know what I'm talking about, but the light looks like it's bouncing off his feet. So, but that orange is nice because it's not really anywhere else. I'm gonna make it a little, but of course I have to see it, so I have to make it a little extra orange. It's not light enough. I can actually make it a little lighter. All right, let me get a little bit of this blue, this beautiful blue here. Okay, that looks beautiful. That looks nice. Very happy with this so far. Let me just add some gray here. And now I'm just going to use I'm just going to use white, and I'm going to use Sketch Master 2, and I'm just going to do some of these. I just want to do some texture. Why can't I see it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Can't really see it at all. I don't know why. Oops, 5%. Gotta get this thing done. So right now I'm just doing a little bit of the texture that's like on his fur. See, it's very textured all the way through. So I just want to add a little bit of that texture. So I'm just taking white, and sort of like I did his neck area, just like just adding some texture in there. So it's not flat. Texture is very important if you don't want whatever you're drawing to be flat. Does that make sense? You know what I mean. I guess texture is technically what gives. The reason why you can see that something is shaded is because of the texture. So I guess I'm kind of right. Okay, so I don't think I need to go any more crazy on this guy. Last but not least, I think he could do with even a lighter tone on his. Like, I feel like this is a little bit dark. Am I alpha locked? Yeah, I am. Maybe even a white? Is that too much? Let me use the off-white. Oh, that looks nice. I kind of like it without the dark. Oh, I love that blue there. I think that looks so nice. I've been drawing since I can remember. So, both. I mean, I did go to art school when I was in college. I went to art college. But I mean, I've been drawing since I used to draw turtles. I love drawing turtles, and then and I started drawing Ninja Turtles. And that was like my, where am I? That was my thing. Drawing turtles and then drawing Ninja Turtles. And I just, I mean, there's only so much you can really learn at art school. It's really just like the time you put in, and even when I was little, like I could just put a lot of time into it, a lot of hours. I mean, in high school, I was working on, pieces of art for just like days. And just hyper focused. Alright, so I only have like 5% battery, so I think we're going to call it. Let me unplug it from here without messing with the camera too much. Let me make my background a little bit darker. So you can see it a little better. And let me add a little bit of a, let me merge some of these layers because it keeps telling me I don't have any more layers. It's so rude. Merge these down. Merge the feathers. Merge his feeties. Okay, I'm not great at shadows at all. I feel like they should be so simple, but I think that's good. I think I'm just gonna leave it. I can never just leave it. I don't know what's wrong with me. I can never just leave it as much as I want to. Yeah, that's not bad. I don't know why it's so freaking wonky, but I can fix that with the old liquify brush. So it's just like a straight. And let me just take a little bit off the edges. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. So that was fun. So here we have our blue-footed booby. Shout out to Libor Wakenbacher, I'm gonna guess. Libor Wakenbacher. But yeah, this was fun. So I'm just gonna run the time-lapse replay real quick. Oh man, this is me putting all my, we can skip all these. Alpaca, can skip all these. Ducks, there he is. Man, the beginning, his face was rough. So Elo, what's your name? I don't think I know your name. So I don't want to refer to you as But you can tell me next time you come on if you're already peaced out. Ali. Check my. Oh, nice. Yeah, Instagram is bananas. I have someone today asking me about a commission. So the animals, anthro is an anthropomorphic. So someone wants me to draw. I think it's like one of the furry type characters, like the wolf or the wolf type people or cat type people with human bodies, which I guess I can do. I never really tried it full out before, but I guess I can try it out. Oh, I see you. Shout out to Alian. Very nice work. Very cute sketches. You're like me, you like a nice grayscale rendered pencil work, which is all I used to do was pencil work. Never did color until I got the iPad. I'm glad this worked out. I didn't know what I was going to do for that, but I mean, I did a lot of practicing. I used to try to make like photorealistic frogs, and they have very, very unique colorations, a lot of different patterns kind of on top of each other. So it kind of helps in figuring out how to do stuff like this. So, all right, I think we're coming to the end here. So I'm probably going to draw some other birds. Maybe I'll just draw them on live, and then I'll throw this up on Instagram. But yeah, I think that's it. All right, guys, I appreciate you watching, and keep drawing, and I will catch you guys in the next video.